He gets very cute when he's drunk.
Cheers.
And if Bob's around and there's something that he really doesn't want to do, you can usually hear him say, "Papa, no!"
You said it for so many people.
And I do have to give credit to Bob, because when he's around, it's really easy to, kind of keep Woody in line. He does his, he calls it twirling around the room. Bob stays in one place, and Woody just kind of spins around the room and comes back to him. He's like, yeah, it's okay. And spins around the room. It's okay, believe it. And then we go. Without Bob, however, let's just cast my mind back to, any event that we were at together. And let's say that it takes about 6 people to corral him into any given situation. It's like you see him kind of wandering around, and really I like to think that he teleports. Because if you take your eyes off him, suddenly he's over there, and then he's over there, and then he's over there. I think we had 3 puppies, 2 Dannies, and me at the last event that I remember at, trying to convince him to actually okay, Woody, you really need to sit down and eat something. Yeah. So, kudos to Bob. Kudos to Bob. I really appreciate it. As Nitro pointed out, Woody is, no, I really shouldn't say that.
I double dog dare you.
It's a roast, I guess.
We're past the point anyway.
Yeah.
Time.
Woody's kind of conscious of his appearance. If you didn't know. What he's wearing right now is biscuits and gravy. Every Sunday, apparently, biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
It's great!
It just writes itself.
Like I said, it just writes itself. It's really good. I would, however, like to dispel a myth. There is a rumor going around that Woody has a 10-inch cock. For those of you that are really interested to know this, it's actually his partner, Bob, who has the 10-inch cock. Woody barely clocks in at 9.5. I mean, and, John Krongov actually sent some regards. And by regards, I mean this note. John really wanted to be here, but, obviously he's kind of busy. But he did mention that the first time that he met you was at, I believe, Mr. Liberty Leather. And he came over and extended his hand to you and wanted to shake hands. And apparently you kind of rebuffed him and said, "Oh, can you just wait for a minute? I have to finish blowing a judge." It could have been Mr. Michigan Leather.
Bob was by.
Oh, it was Mr. Michigan.
As well?
What? I know nothing.
It's been 10 minutes.
It's not about me.
There is also some other kind of rumors going around that Woody has a body double. His name is Alex. Lives in Toronto. And apparently the joke is that, Alex is actually here right now and Woody is so. That's an in joke.
No.
Really. I would be remiss if I didn't actually mention as well the Mr. Chicago Leather Contest, because everybody else has already, and it was so delightful. I really couldn't. So, if you didn't know, Woody likes large cocks. And one of the drawbacks to that is if you deep throat it too hard, you lose your voice for a week. So this last week, Woody has not been able to talk or sing. He's had other people do it for him. Which, we really enjoyed that. It's great. It's great when you can actually get a word in edgeways. Just like Mr. Chicago Leather, when you had to do those Broadway lyrics and you couldn't finish. Alexandra St. James apparently took your gay card, and she called and she said she still has it. So if you want it back, you have to go see her. Speaking of Broadway lyrics, Woody really likes Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, no.
So if you really want to bug Woody at some point, what you should really start busting out is, suddenly Seymour is standing beside me in his brain forever. It's in his mind right now.
He's finishing it right now.
The other delightful thing is that if you've never been around Woody when Bob is not around, Woody really likes to just hand shit off to you. He's just like, hey, hold this, and then off he goes. So while we were in Germany, I of course had this particular kilt on, and he's like, oh, you have pockets? Here. And he just hands shit to me. He's like, what am I, your bag man or some shit? It's like, no, you're International Mr. Pockets.
I have all his credit cards, his ID, his room key, all in my pocket.
Yeah, you were International Mr. Pockets. So that's great. So in honor of that, I know Woody generally doesn't wear clothing that allows him to have things in his pockets, for the most part. So I did bring something with me so that he will always be with some pockets.
No.
So, as our title years are over, pretty much, that's 2 days. I wanted to actually give you your own pockets. So I had a friend of mine commission this, and in the style of, International Mr. Big Black Stole, I'd like to sash you International Mr. Pockets.
Ha ha ha!